Right, guys, give me 2 seconds, 2 minutes. Just want to quickly nip to the bathroom. I always do this. I'm sorry, I always do it. Can't help it. I start to do a stream and then go to the bathroom. It's just nature. I should go before I start the stream, I know, but I never know when I want to go to the bathroom. You know, I might not need to go to the bathroom for 20 minutes while I start the stream. Sometimes I go straight away, sometimes I don't. So just give me a minute. Just need to have a look whiz. Right, sorry about that, guys. My man needs to pee, a man's got to pee. Right, okay, so the reason why I'm doing this video, and I know there's only 2 people watching, but hopefully a few more people watch this later. A little rant, actually, to all you hundreds and thousands, even millions of people who do fishing like I do. Yes, I do fishing. I'm not an expert at fishing. I'm a novice. In total, I've probably done it about 2 years. And yet I use the cheapest shit because I think some of the cheapest shit works better more than the expensive shit. Now, why go out and pay like £100 for a reel and £200 for a fishing rod when you can go to Sports Direct and buy a reel and rod for like 30 quid and it does the same fucking shit? Well, that's not that. What I'm going to rant about, yeah, is the way people leave their fucking shit behind when they go fishing. Many a times when I've been fishing, people taking food and drink, which you need, food and drink, you know, substance to drink when it's boiling hot, food if you get hungry. But what fucks me off is when I leave the shit behind, you know. Because if there ain't a bin near you, you must throw out a bag to bring it in. Put it back in your fucking bag and take it home and fucking put it in the bin. You know, people who leave their shit lying around are just lazy fucking bastards, you know. They are just fucking lazy. No, okay, I'm going to put my hands up. Sometimes I might leave a tin because there's no bin around. But at least if I know that I'm going to leave it, there's going to be someone that walks around with a bin liner and one of those like pick up stick things and come and clear the shit up after you. And yeah, as I admit, I have done it once or twice. I stopped doing it because not many people tend to give their free time out to go round and picking all the fucking shit that fishermen leave behind. It's just not, you know, food, papers, you know, sandwich, fucking plastic boxes, drinks. It's your shitty tobacco, cigarette butts, your matches, newspapers, bog roll. Yeah, you know, if you're out in the wild fishing, and ain't no public toilets around, yeah, okay, I can understand that you need to go to, you know, a number one or a number two. Number two, if you've got a bog roll, and you go in the bushes. But, you know, don't throw the fucking bog roll here, there, everywhere. So I've been in a few places where people have done a number two, and they throw the bog roll everywhere. Okay, over time, with weather conditions, that bog roll will get wet and soggy and decay. Even some of the birds may come down and peck it in, take it back to the nest and use it for nesting. So yeah, I can understand, you know. Or some people might even put their used bog roll in a fucking plastic bag, even their number twos with it, and then like dump it in a bin or something, you know. Very much that they do, but you know, there's a possibility that some people might consider of like looking after the countrysides and wildlife and shit. Now, the thing being, it's not just leaving trash around. No, tin cans, bottles. You know, I've seen lots of beer bottles and bloody cans, you know, beer scattered all around over commons and shit like that. And people are just too lazy to just walk up to the nibs bin and put it in the bin. You know, even some of my mates who I know who fish over the common, they'll clear up that shit and take it to the nearest bin because they look after the fucking place. And I even do it myself. Like, you know, I don't drink beer that much. I'll probably drink the odd Foster or some Blackfruit Strongbow cider, or, you know, just bottles of soft drink or cans of like Coke or Pepsi or whatever I've got with me. At least I fucking take it to the bin and get rid of it properly. But if there ain't no bin, then I leave it on the side, or I put it in a bush, or not like a bush, but like in the hedge, so that, you know, it can still be seen, and hopefully that one of the guys from the council will come along and use their little pickup stick and pick up for me. Or if my bag's empty, you know, just got my fishing gear in, I'll just put it in a bag and take it home with me. But as I say, I admit I have actually left one or two cans on the side of a riverbank. Slap my hand for that. But how many people don't even fucking consider doing it? This is what fucked me off. No, people have been fishing for years and years and years, and they just leave junk everywhere. Beer cans, tobacco papers, Rizzler papers, cigarette boxes, used lighters, those little fucking gas cylinders, which people have been using for like sniffing, getting high on. Fucking man, fat poor. I tell you, over Clapham Common, yeah. The first day I started doing the boating with my magnet, I pulled out at least fucking 50. And there's bins all around that little fucking boat lake. And they're just too lazy to get up. Like, what they do, they sniff it and throw it in the fucking water. And there's still gas coming out of those. And that's polluting the water and fucking killing the fish off. Now, it's not so much the shit that's been left behind, you know, the papers, the fucking, like, beer cans, bottles, food packaging, like crisp bags, cake boxes, or whatever they fucking take down there. It's not so much that. It's the fucking tackle they leave behind, you know. Like, if you are a magnet fisher, like I am, you drop your magnet in, and I guarantee you'll find fucking hooks just in front of you. Hooks. Now, okay, sometimes that, you know, it can be accidental that you drop a hook. Okay, fair enough. But when you've got a fucking hook on a fishing line, which is God knows how long, and it's just been snapped off, and you're just too lazy to pick it up and roll it up and put it in the bin, that's a fucking, like, no-no. Because you got to realise that there's a lot of wildlife around rivers and lakes, yeah, and ponds. If they get snagged up with them fucking hooks, whatever size it is, they cause that animal pain and suffering. And it could probably end up killing it, you know. And, like, okay, it's kind of like, I can understand when you're fishing and you cast out and you pull, you know, you accidentally catch one of the fucking, like, ducks or geese or whatever, and you have to try to pull that duck in, or that whatever bird it is, and, like, try to revive your hook from it. And a lot of people do that. Some people just, like, will bring it in as close as they can and then fucking cut the fishing wire and let the bird go while it's still got the fucking hook in it. And that's a no-no, you know. If you can retrieve that fucking animal, that bird, and bring it in safely, especially those fucking little kooks. I know they're fishy little bastards with really sharp, you know, claws on them. If there's two of you, you know, you can bring it in safely. You can take the hook out and release the bird. But I've been doing a lot of magnet fishing over the last few weeks, and the amount of shit I've seen on lakes and rivers, it's a fucking joke. It really is. Broken bottles, glass everywhere, fucking tin can lids, even actual full tin cans as well. You know, for like for sweet corn and ham and spam and stuff like that, you know. They can't be bothered to just put it in a bag and throw it away when they leave, or there's a bin near them. All they've got to do is walk up to the bin and put it in there. And they don't want to do that. They just fucking throw it in the water, don't they? Now, I was going through Merton Park the other day, Merton Hall Park, alongside the River Wandle. And the amount of shit I bought out of there over the last 4 or 5 sessions of, like, doing magnet fishing, I bought out shitloads of iron stuff. No, if I had to, like, weigh it all, I'd probably say about 60, 70 kilos of iron. Gotta be 60, 70 kilos. And that's been there, you know, for years and years and years. I just can't understand why people, you know, chuck shit in the river. Because they're polluting the river and they're killing, you know, the fish stock off. That's why people complain that, oh, well, ain't nice fishing here, is there? No, because you're fucking polluting the river all the fucking time. With, like, fine objects in here, you know, iron bars, knives, guns, fucking motorbikes, push bikes, scooters, cars even, you know. I was talking to a guy today, and he said there's a place over near Norwood near South Norwood, I've actually got, there's a place called Lake. It's not far from South Norwood Junction train station. And they said years ago, there was like cars, motorbikes, push bikes, you know, shitloads of like rusty kind of stuff. And I was talking to the woman at the lake I went to. I couldn't do the magnet fishing because, like, you know, she had to ring someone, and that person actually did speak to me eventually. And he said, "Look, I would do, but you know, we don't run this. We've just been taken over by, you know, Croydon Council. If we say yeah, and they come turn up and say no, I don't want him here, we could lose the contract." So I understood, you know, what they was actually saying. So you know, I've got the number. I need to contact the person at Croydon Council so I can ask if I can go back to that pond, because it's a big pond. You know, boats go on it during the weekends and sometimes midweek. So, you know, just think of all the people who have probably gone in there and it's like, you know, bits of jewellery. Now, I know I ain't going to get gold and silver and lead, but some leads have got like little iron bits on them, like little eye holes. So sometimes you can pull lead in. You know, watches, brass rings. I don't know about silver plated, but you know, you can pick up certain jewelry with your magnet, yeah. So I'm pretty sure that there's going to be some pretty good stuff in there. And I asked a guy there who was fishing how deep it is, and he goes, "Well, I think it's about 12, 15 feet." Because like one of the boats has got one of the masts turned over one day apparently, and the top of the mast was just touching the bottom. So those masts are probably about, you know, the whole boat, probably about 10, 12 feet. Now it's still pretty deep. I wouldn't like to be like out in a boat and fucking like boat turns over, because I won't be able to fucking swim. You know, I swim like a puppy. I do, like little doggy paddle. That's the only thing I can do. But we're sitting there talking, like, and the fucking amount of shit you can see in that lake. Okay, most of it is like wood, you know, kind of stuff from, you know, the trees where getting older branches are broken off and stuff like that. And this lake is actually kind of like looked after by the council, and they do, you know, even when I was there, I saw like one of the vans, but it said Lambeth, which was kind of unusual. Maybe Lambeth is the one that collects all the fucking rubbish, and Croydon is the one who looks after the lakes. I don't know, but it's kind of weird that I see a Lambeth van and it's run under Croydon. But there was bins, you know, there were bins there, because I actually fucking threw a Pepsi bottle in the bin. I was talking to a couple of guys down there, yeah, and one had like a tin from Sweet Corn, and he also had a bottle. And he goes, "Do you know where the bins are?" I said, "No, I'm looking for one myself. I've got an empty bottle here." So he goes, "So what's he going to do?" He puts it on the bench, walk away to leave it there, and he must have saw a bin a little bit further down, so he did go back and pick it up. Luckily, because otherwise I might have had a fucking word with him. This guy was a bit bigger than me, and you know, more meatier. And there's two of them, so you know, lucky I didn't say anything. But you know, I felt like saying, "Hey man, you can't leave that here," you know, put it in the bin. And he was actually looking for a bin, actually, just he didn't see it at the time. But you know, I just can't understand why people leave trash everywhere. It's just fucking ridiculous. Hello, Carp. It's just ridiculous why people just do not look after the rivers and lakes and ponds a lot more better. You know, if you've got a tissue, some people just throw it in the lake. Gone, bye. Or a sweet wrapper in water, bye. No, you're polluting the water. You don't know what chemicals are on these sweet papers. They could, like, you know, kill fish. Even a fish might come along and think it's bacon, stick it in his mouth and go, and choke on it and kill it. Possibility. How about all those broken bottles? Those rusty tin cans? The knives that people throw in here? No, surely some fish swim by them. And, you know, I'll guarantee you that, you know, you do see fish where they've got scars on them. And that, like, are they scars from, you know, junk that's been thrown in the fucking river, lake, pond? Or is it where another fish has attacked it? Could be possibly both. You never know. But, you know, come on, guys, if you're fucking fishing, look after your fucking lakes. You know, it doesn't use common sense to put that in your pocket. Bit of tissue. All right, you may have blown your nose on it, you've got quite a big hooky on it, you know. All you've got to do is wrap it up a couple of times and put it in your pocket. And when you leave, all you got to do is take it out and put it in the fucking bin. If you're using sweet corn or spam or ham, all right, you can actually, and you don't use it all, you can either take it home or you can chop it up in bits and fry it out for the fish to eat. But come on, you know, take the fucking tins and put them in the bin. If you ain't no bin, and put them in a bag and fucking, like, put it in the nearest bin you do find, or take it home with you. You know, you took the shit there, why not take the shit back? And I can understand hooks, you know, coming off and, you know, snags and shit like that. You can't help that. I can understand, but, you know, when people are getting a bit pissed off with the rig ain't working, and they think, fuck this, I'm going to start again, and they snip it off. So they've got, like, fresh line, and they just, like, roll it up in front of the fucking water. You don't need to do that. Fucking fishing box, take it home with you and dispose of it properly. Because you don't know how many kids on these fucking hot weathers go in and take a little paddle, you know. And as I said, like, I was walking through Merton Hall Park the other day, yeah. And on a weekend, there were fucking so many families there. It was unbelievable. And I walked past there, and most of the little side rivers were actually crammed with little kids and also, like, adults, making sure the kids are safe in that. I walked past one section, I had my waders on, and I was walking down inside the actual river itself. There was rusty tin cans in there, broken glass bottles, and kids have been fucking playing in there. I'm surprised that, you know, there hasn't been too many serious accidents. How do I know there weren't accidents there that particular day? No, at least I picked some shit up and put it in the bin. No, it's not my shit. I still fucking, like, treat the rivers a bit of respect. Like, well, where I go magnet fishing down the River Wandle, the first little coin spill I found down here, I caught about 50-60p out of it the first day, and I wanted to go back. And the second time I went back, there's a fucking shopping trolley in there where the coin spill used to be. So I couldn't fish it, you know, I couldn't do the magnet fishing there. So I thought, well, you know, what can I do? You know, move on and go somewhere else. But I went back there the other day, and that fucking shopping trolley was still there. And I only, you know, I was only using a 60 kilo magnet, this size. This is my new one. It's the same one as the other one. And I tried hooking that to the shopping basket. It wasn't really, like, sticking, but I managed to hook it underneath. And eventually I did pull it out. And I pulled it, grabbed it, and I fucking pulled the shopping trolley out all on behind Todd. And I pulled it and put it on the actual main pathway. Now, when I went down there again, when was it? It was yesterday or the day before. I think it was yesterday, actually. That shopping trolley wasn't there anymore. So unless the council came along and picked it up and took it away, good, because I didn't see that anywhere else. Stretch of the river. So I went all the way down that part of the river, and I didn't see it in there. And like, you know, even if it ain't your shit, you know, if you see a lot of shit hanging around, you know, be a person like I am sometimes, not all the time, but like I can be, helpful to the environment. Just fucking pick some of the shit up, and no, if you've got a spare carrier bag, put it in a fucking carrier bag, wrap it up, and put it in the bin when you leave. You ain't got to do it straight away. Because I think a lot of these rivers get so badly polluted with people's trash. That's why there's hardly any fish there half the time. I know, like with the industrial stuff, like down here on the River Wandle, years and years ago, it got really, really polluted. And it took a fucking long time for that river out and for the fish to start coming back. And now you get nice trout down there, barbel, carp, and a few other little fish down there. And I've seen people pull out some nice trout. Even one of the guys I speak to, like, I don't know all that well, I just met him over at Clapham Common, not Clapham Common, Mitcham Common. He exchanged phone numbers. I said, if you ever do a night time, let us know, I'll be interested. We did do a night time, but he forgot to tell me. Have a night time over Mitcham Common sometime, so I said, well, I'll be interested to come over. But he sent me a text the other day. He goes, hey Steve, I'm at the Wandle, and look what I just pulled out. Nice fucking trout. Must have been about £2-3. I thought, jammy sod. I said, well, where was you then? Wandle. Yeah, but whereabouts the Wandle? Because I was down on a Wandle doing magnet fishing. Was you? Now, I must have just missed him, because where I was, it was just opposite. Probably about 100 yards further down. And I didn't see him there. I said, I was there. I've been there most of the day. Well, so was I. Well, I didn't see her. I didn't see you. I thought, okay. But, you know, I actually pulled out a lot of stuff out there as well. Like, you know, knives and forks and spoons from the little side. Well, on the River Wandle, you got like Yabby Mills. And on the actual river front, you got like a pub. And like us sitting there, like, magnet out, bringing in iron shit, nails, all rusty, of course, rusty nails, a few fishing hooks, knives and forks and spoons. And then like this guy comes up to me, Pakistani guy, I think he was. And mate, I said, oh, well, magnet fishing. And I told him what it was all about. I said, oh, actually, by the way, I said, do these belong to you? And he looked at me and goes, probably might have done, yeah. Do you want me to get rid of them for you? I said, yeah, if you can. So he took them and threw them away, because they was like really kind of like grotty and all that green fungusy shit on them. So I don't think they'll be able to use them again. So he took them, and I said, oh, as you're going in, can you get me a drink? And I ordered like a lager shandy. I gave him the money, he came back out, gave me the change, and I sat there and, like, you know, just carried on magnet fishing, pulling out a few coins. And, you know, people saying, like, you know, why you do it? Why do you magnet fish? Well, it's helping the environment, isn't it? In one way, I'm helping to get rid of some of that fucking shit that people just come along and throw in the river. Even fishermen are too lazy to pick up their crap and put it in the bin. And I personally think, guys, that people who do that, if they get caught, they should get fucking found guilty in a court of law. They should go to a court, actually. They should be arrested, go to court, pay a fee, £200 fee, and have their fucking fishing licence confiscated for 3 months. So they can't do no more fishing. And that'd give a lot of people a lesson not to leave their fucking shit in fucking rivers, ponds, and lakes. Because, you know, there are you know, like a lot of volunteers out there who go around collecting shit from rivers and lakes and stuff like that. You know, there's a few people I've seen, even on Clapham Common, go around and they like pick up the aluminium aluminium cans. Because what they do is that they take them to a recycling system. They probably get paid a few quid for it, but at least they've been recycled. And I've even seen the guy pick up bottles and throw the bottles in like these. See, over Clapham Common, not Clapham Common, Richmond Common, you've got these like big kind of like concrete round slab things, yeah, which are acting as a, and you know, I'm not saying every single person's fucking lazy. You know, people do chuck their stuff in there because I've seen a lot of stuff in some of these bin things, yeah, but a lot of people are just so fucking lazy. They just don't want to like keep the environment clean. And that's why we've not got that many fish in the fucking rivers after time. You know, there could have been one part of the river where it used to be overflowing with fish, and suddenly it's kind of died down because it's got fucking polluted with all the iron shit that's been thrown in there. Cans, knives. I fucking found screwdrivers, bolts, bottle caps, keys, padlocks, iron rods, great big iron fucking chunky, you know, that thick iron slabs of fucking tools, you know. And where I was the other day, and I did do I can't remember if I recorded it in my head. And there's this thing, I thought it was a bucket, and I went in the water with my waders on, and I said to myself, let's get that bucket out. Put my hand down, I couldn't find no fucking handle. So I tried to pull it, and that wasn't no bucket. There's a great big concrete slab where they used to have one of those like signposts on. And I had to just about lift it, you know, to my stomach before I dropped it near enough on my bloody feet. And great big splashing that kind of thing. People chuck anything in the river just for the sake of doing it. And I think it's sickening the way people are treating rivers and even the sea, you know, and fucking chucking in like toxic waste and shit like that. They're the main culprits. They need to be fucking like sorted out and found and put in prison and shit like that. I know, like, you know, people do fishing and chucking a little bit of tissue or a can or bottle. It's just like small fry, but it's still a part of being someone who's polluting the river. And that's what's fucking me off, you know. And not only that, you know, just think the kids, you know, when they're walking through parks on a hot summer day, weekends, and they're playing around, paddling in these little riverbeds, you know, little puddles, little pools, and people are throwing like bottle caps. They probably dropped a glass, their bottle and broke it and thrown the glass in, tin cans, spam lids, whatever, even knives. And you don't know what kind of damage that could do to a young kid. Fucking sickens me. And like, you know, I was talking to a guy today at Norwood, and like, you know, he was talking about, you know, the rodents. He said they saw this great big fucking rat. And you know what rats survive on? Shit that's been left behind, you know, like food, waste, bread, ham, bam, maggots, whatever. You know, dead birds, whatever they can ramage, whatever they can like find, I suppose. And like, I thought he was joking off, because he said one came up behind him. And I thought, yeah, okay. And I turned around, cornered my eye, see this fucking great big rat run under this bush. I went, whoa. I said, I just seen the rat. He goes, I told you that fucking rat's here. It was a big bastard, you know, about that big. Really big bastard. And like, I was standing there, I said, can you see what I can see on that tree? He goes, what one? I said, that one. He goes, well, that fishing line. I said, yeah. He goes, well, who fucking put that there? Must have been the most clumsiest fucking fisherman. What? Because there must have been I say, if you're sitting in your house right now watching me being a prat and being boring, 2 lengths of a room, say like about how big, 10-15 meters of line, tree, and like, you know, the wind's blowing the line, like intentionally on purpose, or was it an accident? Okay, you can see no hooks, you can see no floats or anything like that. But the guy said when he came here, well, not here, but when he came to the lake at 10 o'clock this morning, he actually found someone's rig. It still had the a popper on and a lead. And he goes, well, I just took it and like kept it, you know, kind of thing. Like, usable. Now, what happened if he hadn't found it, yeah? A dog could have came along and picked it up and stuck in its mouth. And funny enough saying that, yeah, all that ain't funny. He actually said he saw a dog run around with a hook and line sticking out of his mouth. And he's able to capture the dog and pull that hook out. I thought, fucking hell, man, well done. Or just think, you know, if that dog had actually swallowed that hook, just think of how much the vet bill would have been. Because people can't be bothered to put their shit in their bins. You know, a hook and line in an animal's stomach, that can be seriously damaging to that animal. And you know, that dog may have to be put down. Because it could be like, it could have swallowed it. It could have been ripping inside him, you know, inside its intestines. The line could have been wrapped around its like throat, and it could have choked itself to death. And I'm thinking, I don't know why people do this shit. If they want to fish, then fish, but take your fucking trash on, or put it in this bin. Don't keep fucking throwing it in the water, because that's why we don't get that many fish where we used to fish. Oh, years ago, you could be fishing at one location, hundreds and thousands of fish. You know, you might have been pulling fish out all day. Go there now, be lucky to catch 1 or 2, because the fucking water's been heavily polluted with all the junk that's been thrown in there. And for you guys who do magnet fishing like I do, you know exactly what I'm talking about with all the shit that comes out of the fucking rivers and lakes. There's no need for it. You know, I'm not blaming the fishermen. You know, accidents can happen, drop a hook or a split shot, lead weight in the water. You know, your back shot might come flying off and land in the river or the lake or whatever. It's an accident, fair enough. But, you know, when you're throwing it in on purposely, that's a no-no, because you're contributing towards polluting our rivers, lakes, ponds, and the fish are probably moving away because it's getting too fucking polluted. They probably come and scavenge for like little bits of food or something, but once they've seen all these iron pipes and, you know, broken bottles and stuff like that, I don't think you're going to get that many fish swimming in that particular area anymore. So I'm asking you guys, you know, whoever watches this video, I know I go on, but please take your shit home, put it in the bin. Do you see other people's shit left behind? I know it ain't yours, but, you know, do a decent thing. Pick it up, put it in the bin. You know, because I've been to different locations, you know, mainly Clapham Common, where I've gone fishing and I've seen people leaving shit behind. And I've had to clear some of the shit up myself and put in the bins. You know, especially fishing line, you know, where they've got snagged or the line's got like knotted up on a spindle and they've pulled it all out. They've had to cut it down. You get a great big knot. I don't put it in a bin or back in their box and dispose of it when they get home. They just throw it on the floor or in the water. And that's what causes a lot of fish to die. Because they get snagged up on it. And if they get snagged and they can't get away from it, they die, don't they? They're drowned. You know, I think for everyone that is doing magnet fishing, I applaud you, because we're all helping to clear the rivers, lakes and ponds from all this shit where people are just chucking it in. I think fishermen actually should applaud us. So well done. You know, I've actually had people say to me, like, why do you do it? Well, I'm helping to preserve the lake or the river. I'm trying to clear some of the shit out so the fish can come back. I'm trying to clear the shit so people with their kids, when they come down and they want to paddle, it's got a safe location for their kids to go and have a paddle. You know? And if I pull out a shitload of stuff, I'm not going to be able to like haul it away. Like on the first time I went down to the River Wandle, where I've got that little gun of mine. Where has it gone? This one. That is a proper gun. It's one of those like little I forgot what they're called. And the little pocket guns, the old Victorians or the old Wild West poker players used to have. But I pulled out in one day, it must have been about 40-50 kilos of junk. He ran and saw me doing this because he was like a volunteer picking up the trash. He applauded me, going, terrific job. He goes, I really want to thank you. I said, well, no, I want to thank you for coming out and picking up all the trash. So we're both helping the environment. He goes, yeah, we are. And he went. About 5-10 minutes later, another guy came. I was speaking to him, and eventually I said, are you a bailiff? He goes, yeah. And I said, well, I'm not breaking no laws. You know, I've got a fishing license with me. You want to see the fishing license? Oh, no, it doesn't matter if you've got a license or not. You know, if you have, then great, but no, you can't. If you was fishing, you'd only be able to fish here free. You know, 100 metres away, you'd have to have a permit. But as you're not fishing, you're magnet fishing, you're doing the river. A wonderful job. You're pulling all that shit out. Making it more safer, more safely for, you know, anglers. And we're helping the anglers in one way because like, we're pulling that shit out and we're stopping them from getting snags most of the time. And if we're stopping them from getting snags, we're saving them money on fucking fishing tackle. So, you know, when you get, like when I was over Clapham Common the other day, there's a couple of guys there, you know, one looked like, you know, well, bigger than me, probably a bit older than me. He looked like one of the gangster type things, you know, mobsters, you know. Not saying he was, but the way he spoke and the way he's taking the piss out of me, because I said to him, I do magnet fishing. Oh, what do you throw like a ball bearings in, hope that the fish will eat them, then throw your magnet in, and you know the magnet like brings them into you. No. And I told him it's just like bring out all the iron shit, you know, anything metal that attracts the magnet. I'm helping to clear up the environment. Okay, but he still took the piss out of me all the time. I was sitting there talking, and I wouldn't think he's saying much, to be honest with you. And I know I do talk, but there, it's just taking the fucking piss. And he should have actually turned around and said, look, you know, well, no, mate, you know, you're doing a good job because you're helping to clear the lake out with any kind of like metal shit, and it's stopping us from getting snags. And, you know, I've actually been talking to people, especially guys who do fishing. And I said, do you mind me dropping my magnet in? You know, he's there 10 yards away. I'm only just going to drop it over the edge, mate, you know, and just like, I won't throw it out so it's, you know, disturbing your fish. No, mate, you go ahead, you know. You're doing a great job, you know. What I've heard, what you're telling me, you're doing a good job. Don't worry about me. My fucking, like, base, oh, the other side of a fucking lake, you know. I'm leisuring. So if you want to cast your magnet out 10, 20 meters, go for it. And I was, you know, I was chucking out 5, 10 meters, and I was bringing in coins in, pen knives, hooks, you know, all different shit, nuts, bolts. And, you know, the guy was applauding me for doing what I was doing. And that's why I think, you know, I reckon people should, like, you know, ask people like us who does magnet fishing as well as like normal fishing. How about bringing your magnet when you do fishing next time and just like try clearing out some of the fucking shit out for us before you start fishing? A day, or a couple of days, clearing out the river or the lake or whatever. And we give you a reduction on your permit if you want to come and fish here. Or give you a free permit for a year. You come and do your magnet fishing once every fortnight or once a month or something here to clear some of that shit out. You're doing them a favour and they're doing you a favour back. No, I can't say that they would fucking do that, but it'd be nice if, you know, you start speaking to some of the councils and they say, well, yeah, you know, go and, you know, I've got permission to do Clapham Common anytime I want. But there ain't much over there now because I pulled a lot of it out. The main fishing lake, I don't really want to do that too many times because there are people fishing there. And I don't really want to disturb their swims. Although, like, they're fucking cast out yards. And I'm only, like, casting that 20 yards, you know, kind of thing. But it still can, like, spook the fish. But yeah, like, you know, it'd be nice if you was go able, you know, able to talk to the councils, the boroughs, you know, landowners, say, look, you know, I've got a magnet. If I do some cleaning up for you free of charge, you know, I'm not going to charge you. Is there any chance I can get a discount on a fishing license, you know, fishing permit? They might say yes, they might say no. You know, they might not even want you to do a fucking magnet fishing there. They might say no, fuck off. It's a chance you've got to take. But I'm hoping to go to Clapham, not Clapham Common. I'm hoping to go to Crystal Palace tomorrow because they've got 3 lakes there. One boating lake, one kiddies lake, which is kind of split in half. One half you can fish, and the other half you can't fish. Now, I was actually talking to the guy at Norwood, who had been there from 10 o'clock today, and he hadn't caught nothing. He said, look, why don't you speak to the bailies and, you know, get permission? I said, I have been doing it, but I don't know that many lakes. And I told him where I lived, and he fucking told me about 10 lakes I didn't know of around my area. I thought, well, you know, great, you know, and I wished I had a fucking pen because I would have them all down. I should have took his number actually, but I never did. But there are quite a few lakes around near me. Well, 3 lakes over at Tooting Beck, which I don't know where they are. Yeah, but I've fucking forgotten already where they are. So, like, you know, I need to find out exactly where they are so I can go and do them. But yeah, I'm just hoping I can get permission, you know, by ringing up the councils and saying, look, you know, I do fishing. I've got a fishing license, but can I get permission to do some magnet fishing and explain what it is? And, you know, I'm helping the environment. I'm helping to clear your fucking lakes or rivers out. You know, can I have permission? And they can either say yes or no. And I can't see the reason why they can't say no if you're clearing out the fucking rivers and lakes and ponds. But you might get the mean little fuckers out there who just wants you to go and fish and pay for your license, and that's it. They might be too afraid that you might find some interesting articles like, you know, jewelry or fishing tackle or some other kind of stuff, you know, weapons, pen knives, and you're taking it away and they're not getting anything out of it. And that's a possibility. But anyway, I'm going to go because I've got my tumbler tumbling in the kitchen. I've got this tumbler what I used to do for my like stones, like my, because I used to do stone shining, and I bought this tumbler, and I stopped doing that now. I still got the tumbler, so what I've done, I've grabbed a handful of coins, I've thrown them in this tumbler, put some water in, put some grit in, and they've been tumbling for about 3 hours. So I'm actually doing a little video on it. I've done a video of how I was doing it, putting in the tumbler, putting the water in, putting the grit in, putting it on the tumbler. Now I've got to go out and do a video, finish off the video saying, well, this is what it's like after 3 hours, empty all that and see how nice and clean the coins are came out. So anyway, final quick few words. Please look after your lakes, rivers, ponds. Take your shit home. Don't throw them in the fucking water. Make it more polluted as it is. You know, if you see people's shit laying there, you know, I know it ain't your shit, but do the environment a little favour. Pick the crap up, put it in the bag, and put it in the bin on your way back. You got to do. You know, don't leave it there. Because I wouldn't. I have picked up people's shit and thrown it in the bin, and it wasn't even mine. At least I was helping out the environment. So anyway, for today, although it's been about an hour, I do apologise. I know that I do talk too much, but that's me. My dad used to talk a lot when he got older. So it's like father, like son, I suppose. I'll probably get a clip round the ear by his spirit. So yeah, that's it really. I'll probably be going over to Crystal Palace tomorrow. So I'll do any magnet fishing over there. The weather's not too bad. It's going to be kind of cloudy, but at least it ain't going to be sweltering hot like it has been in the last few days. A lot of sunburn on my arms, and you know, sunstroke nearly passing out when I got home. But now it's cooler down. Hopefully I might be able to do some over there without getting told to get, you know, fuck off, or some bailiff might come over and say, what are you doing? No, you can't do that here, or whatever. It's more of a chance, you know, doing magnet fishing. You know, you might get a landowner or a bailiff come around and ask you what you're doing. They say, no, you can't do that here. Say, okay, fair enough, and leave. But if you talk to them nicely and politely and say, look, you know, I'm not breaking any fishing laws. I'm not causing any like damage to the environment. I'm actually helping the environment by pouring the shit out for you. And if they can see what you're talking about, if it gets through their little peanut brain and they're not after your money, they might just turn and say, okay, mate, fair enough, carry on. And yeah, you say to them, look, whatever I pull out, I'll just leave to one side. And, you know, maybe get the council come down or whoever and clear it up, unless there's a bin near to me myself. And if they're okay with that, then you shouldn't have any problems. The only problem I can have is with people who are illegally fishing or on license. Now, I'm just wondering if they would ever probably make us, the one who do magnet fishing, eventually have to pay for a permit to do it. Because it's a bit like metal detecting. And metal detectors have to pay for a permit, a license. We can continue doing this free for a number of years and helping to save the environmental issues on our lakes, rivers and ponds. Right, I'm off because I will need to go and check my coins, and I'll catch you later, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.